Well, good morning. It is Monday, March 20th, and I left the Long Neck Lyre Hostel about, I think it was about 8:30 or so this morning. I ended up having to take a zero Sunday because it was just so cold. The temperature really never got above freezing here, and you can hike in 32-degree weather, but the high was that, and the problem is your water freezes, and it's just a pain in the neck to get water when it freezes so fast. So I opted to stay in yesterday, and there was a guy named Physics that lives in Clemson, South Carolina. He sheltered with me there at the hostel, and there was a lady from DC that she's section hiking and going out and doing a section and then coming back and spending the night at the Long Neck Lyre. She did it night before last night, and I think she's doing it again tonight. And then last night a young thru hiker came in by the name of Chris. He doesn't have a trail name yet, and he's from Maryland. Nice young man. So there was 4 of us there at the hostel last night. I really hate taking all these zeros, but I hate freezing my tail off worse. So it throws my schedule off a little bit, but hopefully I've got enough built into it that I can afford to do that some, and in just a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I'm hoping that all these really extreme cold snaps will be behind us, maybe even sooner. So I've not really, it's been so cold even when I've been hiking the last couple of days. I've not really taken many pictures. I've seen some really pretty scenery, but it's just when you've got your gloves on and it's cold, it's hard to manipulate the camera phone. And a lot of times I just don't get the phone out and take a picture. I just sort of stop and look at it and enjoy it. I mean, if it was something just really breathtakingly I'd pull the camera out and take it, but honestly, there's not been that many of those scenes. But looks like today's going to be a good day, a nice day of hiking. And well, you look at that sign coming up there. I knew it was coming, but I didn't plan it this way. But look at that. 1/4 of the way from Georgia to Maine. I think I'll stop and take a selfie with that. I'm not sure, but I think this might be the first time I have seen a privy at a campsite when there wasn't a shelter. I've seen shelters without privies, but I've never seen a privy without a shelter. Looks like there has been a shelter here at one time, though, maybe. Looks like a foundation for one. Interesting. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but my plan this evening is to stop at another hostel called Bear Garden. I'm just not going to make apologies for stopping at all these hostels if I can relatively inexpensively stay in a warm environment and not have to worry about hanging a bear bag and all that kind of stuff. Don't have to set up my tent. I'm gonna do it. And there's gonna be lots of times coming up really soon where there will be no hostels around. So I really won't have any choice, but while I have the choice, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I think I forgot to mention that it was 19 degrees when I got going this morning. When I first got up this morning, I checked just the phone app said that the temperature outside was 14 degrees. And so I waited around till about 8:30 to leave, and it had warmed up a little bit. I think it was close to 19 degrees. Right now, it is about 11 o'clock, and I'm noticing patches where it looks like the ground is beginning to thaw. So maybe it's beginning to be above freezing around now, I think. I'm not having to wear my gloves, and I've already shed a layer. So I'm fairly comfortable. It's not uncomfortable to hike in 30-degree weather, especially when it gets just right at freezing or above. Your body temperature takes care of you, and it's actually pretty decent temperature to hiking because you don't sweat as much. But you do have to watch and make sure that you don't sweat, because when you sweat and it's just cold, then it sort of chills your body too much. So I'm trying to sort of I slow down when I'm going up hills, which I have to slow down going up hills anyway, but now I'm getting to where I slow down going up hills just so I don't sweat. But I'm having a pretty good day so far today, and I feel pretty good. Just stopped and had a second breakfast. I'm slowly learning how to consume more calories. The main reason I'm planning on staying at this Bear Garden shelter or Bear Garden hostel tonight is because it's still cold today. I mean, I think the high today was 35 degrees, and it seems like it's falling already. And I'm supposed to get down to 20 tonight. And I just really don't want to be out in 20-degree temperatures if I don't have to. I've done quite a bit of pasture walking these last 3 or so miles. It's very pretty.